Looking to shed that stubborn visceral fat? You've come to the right place. In this video, we'll break down foolproof tips to help you lose visceral fat fast. Visceral fat is the type of fat that surrounds your internal organs, and it can be a real health risk. But with the right approach, you can tackle it effectively. First, prioritize a clean, balanced diet. Avoid processed foods, refined sugars, and excess carbs. Instead, focus on whole foods like vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Incorporating more fiber into your diet can also aid digestion and reduce belly fat. Next, engage in regular exercise. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, is a fantastic way to burn fat quickly, as it boosts metabolism and promotes fat loss even after your workout. Strength training is another powerful tool, helping to build muscle and increase your resting metabolic rate. Don't underestimate the importance of sleep. Studies show that poor sleep can lead to weight gain, particularly in the abdominal area. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Lastly, manage stress. Elevated cortisol levels from chronic stress can contribute to visceral fat accumulation. Practice relaxation techniques such as meditation or deep breathing exercises to keep stress in check. Visceral fat, the type of fat that wraps around your internal organs, is not only unsightly but also dangerous. It's linked to serious health conditions like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. The good news? Shedding visceral fat doesn't have to be complicated. In this video, we'll provide foolproof tips to help you lose visceral fat fast and improve your overall health. Let's dive in. The foundation of fat loss always starts with what you eat. Prioritize whole, nutrient-dense foods such as vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Avoid processed foods, sugary drinks, and excessive refined carbs. These foods contribute to fat storage and inflammation, making it harder to lose visceral fat. Instead, opt for fiber-rich foods like legumes and whole grains, which help regulate blood sugar and keep you full for longer. HIIT is one of the most effective ways to burn visceral fat. Short bursts of intense exercise followed by brief recovery periods can significantly boost your metabolism and promote fat loss. Studies have shown that HIIT can reduce visceral fat more effectively than moderate-intensity exercise. Plus, it's time-efficient. You don't need to spend hours at the gym to see results. Building muscle is key when it comes to losing visceral fat. Muscle tissue burns more calories at rest than fat, so by increasing your muscle mass, you'll naturally boost your metabolism. Incorporate compound movements such as squats, deadlifts, and bench presses into your routine. These exercises target multiple muscle groups and help maximize fat loss. Stress triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that promotes fat storage, especially around the abdominal area. To manage stress effectively, incorporate relaxation techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, or yoga into your daily routine. Even a short walk in nature can help lower cortisol levels and reduce the risk of storing excess visceral fat. Sleep is often overlooked but is crucial for fat loss. Poor sleep quality and duration can disrupt hormones like leptin and ghrelin, which regulate hunger and appetite. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night to support your fat loss goals. Establish a bedtime routine, limit screen time before bed, and create a restful environment to improve sleep quality. While HIIT and strength training are essential, don't overlook the benefits of regular cardiovascular exercise. Activities like walking, jogging, or cycling can help burn calories and improve heart health. Try to incorporate at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity cardio or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity cardio per week for optimal fat loss. Drinking water is essential for fat loss. It helps flush out toxins, aids digestion, and can even boost metabolism. Drinking water before meals can also help control your appetite, making it easier to stick to your calorie goals. Aim for at least 8 glasses of water per day, and more if you're engaging in intense physical activity. Alcohol can be a major obstacle when trying to lose visceral fat. It's high in empty calories and can lead to fat storage, especially around the abdominal area. Additionally, alcohol can lower inhibitions and lead to poor food choices. If you're serious about losing visceral fat, consider reducing your alcohol intake or cutting it out altogether. Tracking your progress is key to staying motivated. Use a tape measure to monitor changes in your waist circumference, as this is a good indicator of visceral fat loss. Additionally, take photos and note how your clothes fit over time. Remember, the scale isn't always the best measure of fat loss, as muscle gain can offset weight loss. Focus on how you feel and the changes you see in your body. By following these foolproof tips, you'll be well on your way to shedding visceral fat fast and improving your overall health. Remember, consistency is key. Stick to a balanced diet, incorporate regular exercise, manage stress, and prioritize sleep. You'll not only lose visceral fat but also feel more energized and healthier overall. If you're finding this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more valuable content like this. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Your feedback is essential to improve and bring even more relevant topics. Keep watching, there's much more to come. To effectively shed visceral fat, it's essential to first understand what it is and why it poses a significant health risk. Visceral fat is the fat that surrounds your internal organs, such as the liver, pancreas, and intestines. Unlike subcutaneous fat, which lies just beneath the skin, visceral fat is deeply embedded within your abdominal cavity, making it harder to detect and more dangerous. This type of fat is metabolically active, meaning it can release harmful substances that increase the risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. Therefore, reducing visceral fat is not just about achieving a leaner appearance but also about improving overall health and longevity. A key principle to remember is that visceral fat is typically more responsive to lifestyle changes, such as diet and exercise, compared to subcutaneous fat. This makes it possible to reduce visceral fat relatively quickly with the right approach. One core concept in shedding visceral fat is understanding the role of calorie balance and macronutrient composition. Simply put, you need to create a calorie deficit, burning more calories than you consume. However, not all calories are created equal. Diets high in refined carbohydrates and sugar tend to promote visceral fat accumulation, while those rich in lean proteins, healthy fats, and fiber can help reduce it. For example, studies have shown that diets high in protein not only help reduce visceral fat but also help maintain muscle mass during weight loss. Additionally, fiber-rich foods like vegetables, whole grains, and legumes help regulate blood sugar levels and keep you fuller for longer, reducing the likelihood of overeating. Another important term to understand is insulin sensitivity. Visceral fat can reduce your body's sensitivity to insulin, leading to higher blood sugar levels and increased fat storage. Improving insulin sensitivity through diet and exercise is crucial for long-term fat loss. Now that we've laid the groundwork, let's transition into actionable steps you can take to shed visceral fat effectively. First, focus on adopting a balanced, whole foods-based diet. Incorporate more lean proteins like chicken, fish, and plant-based options such as tofu or lentils. These foods help build muscle and promote fat burning. At the same time, reduce or eliminate processed foods, sugary drinks, and refined carbs such as white bread and pastries. These foods can spike blood sugar levels and contribute to fat storage. Instead, opt for complex carbohydrates like quinoa, brown rice, and sweet potatoes, which provide sustained energy without causing insulin spikes. Another crucial strategy is incorporating regular physical activity, particularly high-intensity interval training, HIIT, and strength training. HIIT workouts, which alternate between short bursts of intense exercise and periods of rest, have been shown to be particularly effective in reducing visceral fat. Strength training helps build muscle, which increases your metabolic rate and aids in fat loss even when you're at rest. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous exercise per week, as recommended by health authorities. In addition to diet and exercise, managing stress and getting enough sleep are also important for visceral fat reduction. Chronic stress triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that encourages fat storage, particularly in the abdominal area. To combat this, practice stress-reducing techniques like mindfulness, meditation, or yoga. Sleep is another often overlooked factor. Studies show that people who don't get enough sleep tend to accumulate more visceral fat. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night to support your body's natural fat-burning processes. While these strategies are effective, you may encounter some common hurdles along the way. One challenge many people face is maintaining consistency, especially when it comes to dietary changes and exercise routines. A practical way to overcome this is by setting small, achievable goals. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight, focus on making incremental changes. For example, start by replacing sugary drinks with water or herbal tea, or add a 10-minute walk after meals. Over time, these small changes add up and become part of your routine. Another obstacle is dealing with plateaus, where your progress stalls despite your efforts. When this happens, it's essential to reassess your calorie intake and physical activity levels. As you lose weight, your body requires fewer calories, so you may need to adjust your diet or increase your exercise intensity to continue seeing results. Lastly, social situations and busy schedules can make it challenging to stick to your plan. One way to navigate this is by planning ahead. If you know you'll be attending a social gathering, eat a healthy meal beforehand to avoid overeating. Alternatively, you can bring a healthy dish to share. For those with hectic schedules, meal prepping can be a game changer. By preparing your meals in advance, you'll have healthy options readily available, reducing the temptation to grab fast food or skip meals. Remember, the key to success is consistency, not perfection. Even if you encounter setbacks, stay focused on your long-term goals and keep making progress, no matter how small. Shedding visceral fat is essential for overall health, as it's the type of fat stored deep inside the belly, surrounding vital organs like the liver, pancreas, and intestines. Excess visceral fat can lead to serious health conditions such as heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. The good news is that with the right approach, you can shed this harmful fat and significantly improve your well-being. In this video, we're going to share foolproof tips to help you shed visceral fat fast. The first and most important step in losing visceral fat is to focus on what you're putting into your body. A diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods is key. Aim to consume plenty of vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. Avoid added sugars, refined carbohydrates, and processed foods that can spike insulin levels and promote fat storage. Studies have shown that a lower carb, higher protein diet is particularly effective in reducing visceral fat. So, cut back on sugary snacks and sodas and opt for nutrient-dense meals that keep you fuller for longer. Fiber is essential when it comes to shedding visceral fat. Soluble fiber, in particular, forms a gel in your digestive system that slows down the absorption of sugars and fats, helping to regulate blood sugar levels and reduce fat storage. Foods high in soluble fiber include oats, beans, lentils, flax seeds, and certain fruits like apples and oranges. Aim for at least 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day to support fat loss and overall gut health. While diet is crucial, exercise plays an equally important role in shedding visceral fat. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, and strength training are two of the most effective forms of exercise for burning fat. HIIT involves short bursts of intense exercise followed by brief rest periods, which has been shown to significantly reduce both subcutaneous and visceral fat. Strength training, on the other hand, helps build muscle mass, which increases your resting metabolic rate, allowing you to burn more calories even when you're not working out. Incorporating a mix of cardio and resistance training into your routine can help accelerate fat loss. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity exercise or 75 minutes of high-intensity exercise each week, combined with 2 or more days of strength training. Not only will this help you burn visceral fat, but it will also improve your overall fitness and energy levels. Sleep is often overlooked when it comes to fat loss, but it plays a critical role in regulating hormones that control hunger and fat storage. Lack of sleep can lead to increased levels of cortisol, a stress hormone that promotes fat accumulation, particularly around the abdomen. Additionally, poor sleep can disrupt the balance of ghrelin and leptin, two hormones that control hunger and fullness, leading to overeating and weight gain. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night to support fat loss and overall health. Establish a consistent sleep schedule, create a calming bedtime routine, and ensure your sleep environment is conducive to rest. Chronic stress can contribute to visceral fat accumulation due to the release of cortisol. When you're stressed, your body goes into fight or flight mode, and cortisol levels spike, signaling your body to store fat, particularly in the abdominal area. To combat this, it's essential to find ways to manage stress effectively. Incorporating stress relief techniques like meditation, deep breathing exercises, yoga, or even spending time in nature can help lower cortisol levels and reduce fat storage. Additionally, engaging in activities that you enjoy and finding time for relaxation can make a big difference in your stress levels and overall health. Water is essential for overall health and plays a key role in fat loss. Drinking enough water can help boost your metabolism, improve digestion, and reduce water retention. Additionally, staying hydrated can help curb cravings, as thirst is often mistaken for hunger. Aim to drink at least 8 to 10 cups of water per day, or more if you're physically active. Alcohol is high in empty calories and can contribute to visceral fat accumulation. Drinking alcohol, especially in excess, can lead to weight gain and make it harder to shed fat. Alcohol can also disrupt your sleep and affect hormone levels, further hindering fat loss efforts. If you're serious about shedding visceral fat, it's best to limit your alcohol intake or cut it out altogether. If you do choose to drink, stick to moderation, no more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men. Shedding visceral fat doesn't happen overnight, and it requires consistency and patience. It's important to stay committed to a healthy lifestyle, even when progress seems slow. Remember, small changes add up over time, and the key to long-term success is making sustainable choices that you can stick to. Celebrate your progress along the way, and don't get discouraged by setbacks. By following these foolproof tips, you can start shedding visceral fat and improving your overall health. Prioritize a healthy diet, stay active, get enough sleep, manage stress, and be consistent with your efforts. With dedication and the right approach, you'll be on your way to a healthier, leaner body in no time. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more health and fitness tips. Visceral fat, the type of fat that surrounds your internal organs, can be more dangerous than subcutaneous fat, the kind that lies just beneath your skin. Not only does visceral fat increase the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers, but it can also affect your hormone levels and overall health. But don't worry. In this video, we're sharing foolproof tips to help you shed visceral fat fast, and get you on track to a healthier, leaner body. First things first, focus on your diet. Cut back on refined carbohydrates like white bread, pasta, and sugary snacks. These spike your blood sugar and insulin levels, which can lead to fat storage, especially around your midsection. Instead, opt for whole grains, lean proteins, and plenty of vegetables. Foods rich in soluble fiber, like oats, flax seeds, and avocados, can help reduce visceral fat by promoting a feeling of fullness and stabilizing blood sugar. Don't forget the importance of healthy fats. Incorporating monounsaturated fats from sources like olive oil, nuts, and fatty fish can reduce inflammation and improve your metabolism. Meanwhile, avoid trans fats often found in processed foods, as they contribute directly to fat accumulation. Exercise is another critical component. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, is particularly effective for burning visceral fat. These short bursts of intense activity followed by brief recovery periods can boost your metabolism and fat-burning potential even after your workout ends. Strength training is also key, as building muscle helps to increase your resting metabolic rate, meaning you'll burn more calories even when you're not exercising. Sleep is often overlooked but is essential for fat loss. Poor sleep can lead to higher cortisol levels, a stress hormone that can promote fat storage, particularly visceral fat. Aim for at least 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night to keep your hormones balanced and your fat-burning mechanisms functioning optimally. Lastly, manage your stress levels. Chronic stress triggers the release of cortisol, which, as we mentioned earlier, encourages visceral fat accumulation. Incorporating stress-reducing activities like yoga, meditation, or even deep breathing exercises can help regulate cortisol levels and improve your overall well-being. By following these foolproof tips, eating a balanced diet, incorporating HIIT and strength training, getting adequate sleep, and managing stress, you'll be well on your way to shedding visceral fat and improving your health.